It feels incredible. I can't believe I'm here, holding this, talking to you.
Ke Huy Quan just gave Hollywood one of the biggest and best comeback stories people will be sure to gossip about for years to come. Stick around until the end to find out all about his massive comeback. Welcome back to our favorite edition of Where Are They Now? I'm your host Michaela, here to break it all down. Vietnamese-American actor and stunt choreographer Ke is known for portraying Richard Wang in the adventure comedy movie The Goonies, as well as acting his short round in the Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom film. His stunt duties have credits and ties to a bunch of on-screen works, allowing him to contribute to the creation of the superhero flick X-Men. Even more, Ke is well known for his numerous television roles, with his most prominent character being Sam in Together We Stand. His huge addition to Hollywood, Japanese, and South Korean cinema has branded him an international superstar. Not only is Ke amazing on screen though, but he's also just as cool off it. He grew up in his later years obtaining a great education, graduating from both the University of Southern California and the University of Manchester. And even though he's a pretty major deal in Hollywood, two of Ke's most defining qualities are his humbleness and soft-spoken voice. According to reports, Ke prefers to live a more private life and isn't too fond of sharing details of his personal business with the media or press. What's a film or movie you've seen Ke in? Let me know in the comments below and let's jump right in. Romanized or westernly known as Jonathan Ke, Quan Ke Huy was born in South Vietnam on August 20th, 1971, specifically in Saigon, presently known as Ho Chi Minh City. He has one elder brother, and in total, Ke makes up the 7th of 9 children from his parents. His early childhood days are spent in Saigon in a large traditional Chinese household where his life was a mixture of chaos and spirit. The actor often described his family being one big bunch, so he never needed any friends as he had all his siblings to spend his time with. In 1978, Ke and his family were forced to split up and uproot their lives out of their native country when the Army of the Republic of Vietnam was eventually taken down, during what is referred to as the Fall of Saigon. His mom took 3 of Ke's siblings, including David, who Ke described as his best friend to this day, while Ke, his dad, and the rest of their family all relocated to a makeshift refugee camp stationed in Hong Kong, China. On this, Ke recalled, "I was so young. I didn't understand why we gave up the place we called home to get on a boat in the middle of the night with 3,000 people. All the refugees, Ke and his family included, were kept on the boat for over a month before they were allowed foot on shore." Ke and his loved ones were reunited at LAX in 1979 and given the right to live in the US by the government upon their final migration. They made Chinatown, LA their new home, and Ke has called this lively city his homeland ever since. Life outside Vietnam seemed just as rewarding for Ke as he studied at 2 Californian secondary schools, Alhambra High and Mount Gleason Junior High. The actor would move on to attend Southern California's School of Cinematic Arts and later complete his education at the United Kingdom's University of Manchester. Because of his broad life experiences, Ke is fluent in Vietnamese, Mandarin, Cantonese, and English. He is currently still married to his previous girlfriend, Ke Huy Quan. Ke's acting adventures began when he was 12 years old, making an appearance in 1984's Indiana Jones film. Funnily enough, it was actually Ke's brother who originally sought out the role of Short Round for Temple of Doom. Ke reportedly only accompanied his older brother to the Los Angeles audition and coached him a bit on his part, but the casting director wound up choosing Ke for the role instead. Following his accidental snag of the part, Ke's parents switched his name to what the world now knows to be Ke Huy. Not long after, Ke picked up the job of playing inventor Richard Dada Wang in the Goonies flick. 1986 was the year he joined the short-lived cast of Together We Stand to portray Sam. That same year, Ke picked up an acting job as a pickpocket orphan for the Taiwanese film Takes a Thief. He additionally starred in the Japanese film Passengers in 1987, co-starring with Japanese singer Juanda Minako. In the year of 1989, the world saw the actor take on another role in another Japanese movie called Cousin Dave Stole the Cookie. 2 years following, Ke was signed on to the cast of the American sitcom Head of the Class, playing Jasper Kwong. He also landed a spot in the film Breathing Fire. The Viet native played a minor role in 1990's 2 Encino Man and followed this up with a Mandarin language television show which ran for 40 episodes, titled The Big Eunuch and the Little Carpenter. In 1996, Ke landed a part in the Vietnam-Hong Kong collaboration Red Pirate and made one final on-screen appearance at the time in 2002 for the Hong Kong film Second Time Around next to Ekin Chen and Cecilia Chung. To bring up his behind-the-lens work once more, Ke also served as a stunt choreographer for the sci-fi martial arts movie The One, signing on as the assistant of well-known fight choreographer Corey Yun. He would eventually take a 30-year hiatus from acting, mostly completing off-screen works in his downtime, upon quitting the entertainment business in the early 1990s, until he made his remarkable 2021 return the world just was not ready for. Like today's Where Are They Now to help us keep delivering fun top 10 countdowns for you. Now, let's discuss Ke's comeback and how it ties into today's video. This Asian American star has made history once again for all Asian American actors across the world. He holds one of the greatest comeback stories from this awards season, as his time as a child actor who struggled to find jobs with value and meaning soon became his quick, continual thrust back into the spotlight nearly 40 years after his Indiana Jones and the Goonies roles. At this year's coveted Golden Globe Awards ceremony on Tuesday, Ke took home the win for Best Supporting Actor in a Motion Picture for his badass portrayal in Everything Everywhere All at Once. This win absolutely cemented his incredible comeback story of how an actor who felt he had nothing left to give to the industry made a knockout return that captured the whole world's heart. His part in the genre-bending multiverse film, which marked one of the most surprising box office hits of 2022, distinguished his acting revival after leaving Hollywood behind because of the lack of opportunities for Asian Americans to thrive in the acting world. In a rather joyous and moving speech, Ke gave nods to his famous childhood roles, including thanking Steven Spielberg for signing him on board for Indiana Jones. Quote, "I was raised to never forget where I came from and to always remember who gave me my first opportunity. I am so happy to see Steven Spielberg here tonight. Steven, thank you." It was also during this when Ke recounted the heartache he experienced, only being able to act as a child for such a brief time with, "I felt so very lucky to have been chosen. As I grew older, I started to wonder if that was it, if it was just luck. For so many years, I was afraid that I had nothing more to offer, that no matter what I did, I would never surpass what I achieved as a kid." Ke continued to express his gratitude by tying up his moving speech with a reference to the Everything directors Daniel Sainert and Dan Kwan, saying, "Thankfully, more than 30 years later, two guys thought of me. They remembered that kid and gave me an opportunity to try again. Everything that has happened since has been unbelievable." The 80th run of the Golden Globe Awards show was its first televised event since the 2021 LA Times investigation exposed years of ethics and diversity issues from the Hollywood Foreign Press Association, which serves as the organization behind the awards, making Ke the first Asian actor in almost 40 years to win in the Best Supporting Actor category, after Hang S. Norse's 1985 win for The Killing Fields. As mentioned a bit earlier, Ke's influential comeback also served as a full circle moment, something he once described to HuffPost last year. Upon achieving recognition for popping up in The Goonies and Indiana Jones, Ke found that the closer he neared to adulthood, the more the roles dried up for him. Quote, "I was in my early 20s and all I was doing was waiting for the phone to ring. It rarely did, and when it did, it was to audition for a role where there were only 2 lines. It was at a time where it was very disheartening to be an Asian actor. So for me, speaking with you today, this certainly wasn't planned. It wasn't like, yeah, I'm gonna get back into acting when I turned 50. Fittingly enough, and one could even call it fate, Ke worked as a 2046 assistant director with iconic Hong Kong director Wong Kar-wai, where one of the multiverses filmed in Everything All at Once pays homage to Wong's In the Mood for Love. Back in 2018, the hyped success of Crazy Rich Asians, featuring Ke's Everything co-star Michelle Yeoh, marked a rather heartfelt moment for the Asian community and their representation in the industry. This was also the film that convinced Ke to give acting another go and proved the change Asian American actors were so desperate to see happening was beginning to unfold right before them. Thankfully, Ke's comeback story also means the world has been reintroduced to his greatness and therefore opened up more doors for sustained opportunities for the actor. On top of the many awards and Oscars buzz he attracted for Everything, Ke is slated to appear in Disney Plus's adaptation of the graphic novel American Born Chinese with his Everything co-stars Michelle and Stephanie Hsu. In addition to this, Ke is also set to star in Marvel's MCU series Loki. In other news, the comeback kid turned adult Ke strikes another major Hollywood win. Well, he and the rest of the cast for their show-stopping action film. Naturally, the 51-year-old star was seen holding back tears as he earned his Best Supporting Actor Globe earlier this month. But get this, the 2023 Critics' Choice Award Best Picture crowned winner was none other than Everything Everywhere All at Once. The veteran actor, who's taken a large hiatus from acting, gave us one of the most emotional nights ever when he was officially recognized for his work in Everything. Everything inevitably had a huge and widely successful night, as it was the sole dominator of numerous major film categories, including its Best Picture sweep over Steven Spielberg and James Cameron's The Fabelmans and Avatar: The Way of Water respectively. During Ke's acceptance speech for the star-studded Sunday event, he gushed, "Thank you, thank you, thank you," while also admitting he tried really hard not to tear up and was super nervous while grabbing his shiny new award for his Wayman Wang character. The Michelle Yeoh-led film closed out the night with top honors through Best Picture, as aforementioned, and bagged a total of 5 awards at the ceremony. Other movies Everything beat out for the night, not mentioned prior, are listed as Babylon, Elvis, The Banshees of Inisherin, Top Gun Maverick, Glass Onion: A Knives Out Mystery, Women Talking, RRR, and Tar. That's been today's WATN. Thanks for watching, friends!